Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Hyperkinetic Edge. If you've ever built a database, spun up tables, tweaked schemas at 2 a.m., or you once took a database class in middle school, then today's video is right up your alley. We're breaking down Airtable's data model, bases, tables, and fields. I'll show you how these concepts connect to what you already know, and then we'll walk step by step through exactly how to build them inside Airtable. So grab a coffee, pull up a chair, and let's get into it. All right, so let's start with bases. If you're familiar with any relational database, SQL Server, MySQL, Postgres, whatever, Airtable's base is basically your database instance. It's your top-level container. Everything you build lives inside it. Think of it like the .mdb file, the schema container, or your database project folder. A base holds your tables, your schemas, your data, your views, automation logic, interfaces, dashboards, UI, and everything else tied to that data set. Airtable keeps it super visual, but conceptually, it matches what you already know. A base equals a database. How to create a base in Airtable? On the Airtable home screen, click Create, choose Build an app on your own, give your base a name. Something descriptive like Inventory DB or Content Workflow. Optional, pick an icon and color so it's easy to spot at a glance. Airtable will open your brand new base with one starter table already inside. Your database is now ready. Now let's talk about tables. A table in Airtable is a database table, but with a twist. Everything you'd expect is here: rows, records, columns, fields, data types, referential links, but Airtable adds spreadsheet-like convenience on top. How to create a table in Airtable. Inside your base, click the plus icon next to your existing tables. Select Start from Scratch. Name your table, for example, products, clients, tasks, etc. Airtable will start you with default fields like name notes, attachments, remove or edit these default fields, and start adding your own fields to build out your schema. Simple, fast, and instantly usable. All right, on to fields. This is probably where Airtable diverges slightly from traditional database thinking because fields are incredibly flexible and often hybridized with UI functionality. But Airtable also expands the field types into functional data objects like formula fields, calculated columns, similar to stored computed fields, rollups, aggregate functions across relationships, linked records, foreign key plus relationship plus join behavior, attachments, binary/file data stored in cloud storage. You can think of Airtable fields as column definitions mixed with UI behavior. They define both the data and how users interact with the data. How to add or edit fields in Airtable. To add a field, at the top of your table, click the plus icon to the right of your existing fields. Choose a field type from the list: text, number, date, formula, linked record, etc. Name the field. Configure any options, e.g. formatting for numbers, allowed values for selects. Click Create Field. To edit a field, right-click the field header. Press Edit Field. Change the name, field type, or any configuration settings. Save your changes. Airtable updates the data structure instantly. No schema migration scripts required. So there you go. Airtable's bases, tables, and fields explained specifically for people who have a basic grasp of databases. If you've been doing database work for years, Airtable will feel familiar in structure, different in workflow, and way more visual. If you liked this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss upcoming tutorials and deep dives. And as always, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you next time on the Hyperkinetic Edge.